recession by definition is a temporary decrease in the manifestations of a disease. The temporary decrease in the manifestations of a disease. Remission doesn't mean the elimination of the disease. It just means the disease has been controlled for a season. Many of us shout, jump, run around the church when our disease goes into remission, but you have to understand that remission doesn't mean it's dead. It just means it's hiding for a season. Remission simply means that it has gone away, but it's repowering itself to come back again. How many of you have shouted on false hopes that your disease was dead, but yet it was just waiting for the right season to manifest itself again? And understand this in your life. The thing that you do not kill have the ability to come back more stronger than they ever left. Understand this about the enemy. When you defeat the enemy, he goes into hiding, but he regroups in order to come back again more stronger than when he left out. And many of us have gotten comfortable in remission. I wish I had somebody in here. When God delivered you from it, you was ready to shout there and talk about how you was going to promote it in the streets. But when it came back, you began to find yourself covered up, afraid and hiding. Brother Sean, I began to watch the movie Friday the 13th, Part 4. And the more I began to watch the Jason movies, the more I understand this. How is it that he keeps on coming back? How am I still on Part 4 when you should have killed him in Part 1? Y'all ain't saying that. I had about 5 certified people in here for real. I began to wonder, why don't they cut his head off? Burn up his body, bury one body part in Europe, bury another body part in Asia, so if he has an opportunity to come back, it's going to be hard for him to come back and find all his pieces. But guess what they do? They kill him, and just because he ain't moving, they walk away. But understand this, Jason is what the enemy presents in our life. A problem that if you don't kill, it will keep on coming back to hunt you in a later state of mind. Nobody can enjoy Crystal Lake. Why? Because Jason keeps on coming back. You done buried him, now you want to dig him up and make sure he's dead. No, you should have put some kerosene on that sucker. Burn him up and remove his head so that he can die. Have anybody in here ever killed a snake by throwing a brick at him and you thought because he didn't move, he was dead, but when you went to look for him later, he ain't got up? Y'all ain't saying that. Some of our problems are getting up because we ain't killing them. That's why we continue to be in debt. That's why we continue to be in broke. Why? Because we haven't killed our situation. We just allowed them to go into remission. Understand this. And so Jason keeps coming back, and he comes back more stronger than he's ever came. They even had a Friday the 13th where Jason was in space. Y'all ain't saying that. Oh, y'all ain't saying that. And Chucky went to a boot camp. Y'all ain't saying that. And Freddy Krueger still robbing folks out of their dreams. Why? Because instead of killing it, we allow it to go into remission.